Jenny and I are on top of the ridge in Indian Canyon. Dirt road ridge. And we've been scouting places to hike in this area, and we just come to realize that where we're at now is only 8 miles from Sasquatch Canyon. So it's no wonder that there's Bigfoot sightings in this area, including the one that I saw last year in Indian Canyon.
Yeah, it's just right down there. Sasquatch Canyon's just right off to our left.
And off to our right, just a couple of miles from here, is where I saw that big Bigfoot shape that disappeared after I come back to to film it. After we got the car stopped and I ran out on foot. And we're looking for places in the woods near that area to Bigfoot now, because I highly doubt that this Sasquatch that we seen off of the freeway lives right there, you know what I mean? Otherwise it gets spotted all the time. My God, I'm lightheaded. Jenny and I got out and hiked around, and it's 9,500 feet, and man, it made me lightheaded.
Well, not only that, but we just had a big scare. Our car almost slid off the side of the mountain in a big snow drift. We hit a snow drift and then a big pile of mud, and our car slid off the road and onto the mountainside.
Yeah, I haven't had a scare like that for several years.
No, it was bad.
Mm-hmm. I hope you guys don't mind. We probably ain't gonna say much. We're coming down off on an adrenaline rush. We're having an adrenaline crash.
I'm almost rolling the vehicle.
We didn't have the sound on the camera going when that happened, but if the footage is still on this dash camera when we're done with this, I'll make sure to cut that in where, yeah, probably won't do justice to what was happening to us live, but anyway, I thought I would show you guys a Bigfoot sighting location. We're halfway between Sasquatch Canyon and Skinwalker Ranch, this Indian Canyon area. And this area is new to us. I mean, we've passed through it a few times, but we haven't really hiked the area and explored it. And after what I saw last fall, I think it was the end of September, beginning of October when all that happened.
We decided to come back here.
Yeah, we're gonna put some boots in the ground. maybe a drone in the air. And
yeah, there's plenty of places up here to take the drone off from.
But yeah, we want you guys to see the area. So we'll run a camera for a little while. We also found a carcass of an animal, a large animal, and a lot of mountain lion poo around the kill. So don't know if the mountain lion killed it, but it looked like it was coming back to eat several times on it.
Well, there was fresh prints in the snow around it.
Oh yeah, the small ones that could have been a bobcat or a juvenile mountain lion. Excuse me. I've had those adrenaline rushes when we've walked up on a bear or had a bear walk up on us. Same type of adrenaline rush of thinking your car's going to slide off the mountain. I just got new tires the beginning of this season too, and the guys that I always get the tires from, they talked me into some of the beefiest tires I've ever got. 80,000 mile, and they're supposed to be one of the best for my style of car for off-roading, because they know what I do. And so hopefully that had something to do with keeping us on the mountain in that mud. Oh my gosh, it didn't look as bad until we got into it.
Yeah, the tip of the car was actually pointing down the mountain. The nose of the car.
Yeah.
Swung sideways and slid.
Yeah, I'll make sure I preserve that footage. Too bad the sound wasn't going. You heard me and Jenny freaking out.
It was a quiet freak out though. I didn't scream or anything. I was just like, oh. And some swear words.
And then when the car finally come to a stop, I told Jenny, get out.
Get out.
I'm thinking, okay, just only one of us needs to die.
Yeah.
Plus, I had her out there to direct me where to put my tires and all that, so that was a big help. Yeah, off to our left.
Point the camera.
That's the Sasquatch Canyon area. That vast area. The canyon over there that got nicknamed Sasquatch Canyon in the 70s is like 35 miles long. And it's a tiny dirt road that traverses the entire thing, right down the middle of it and in the base. And it's also the worst place to get caught when it rains. The road back there just turned to a clay.
A slippy, slidey clay mess.
You can have the big knobbiest tires, and that clay fills up and hardens up inside the gaps of your tires and turns your tires into slicks. And anybody that's been back there in a rainstorm trying to get out, like Jenny's dad said that he'll never go back there again. He's gone back to the coyote hunt and got caught in the rain. And so when we're back in Sasquatch Canyon and the storm clouds come in, blah, 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 we get the hell out. Because we've had some bad experiences back there. I've actually broke the front drive shaft in my Jeep. I broke it back there trying to get out.
Brody's four-wheel drive truck slid off the road in the rain.
Yeah.
That one day. It was bad.
Okay, here's that kill that we found coming up.
You can see some of the legs laying here in the road.
We found it because the legs are in the road, and then up to the right, and I'll include a couple of pictures. We took pictures of the carcass over there, and we were looking for tracks to see, you know, what may have killed it, and everything. So scavengers obviously pulled the legs out into the road. But yeah, up in there is the whole body, the ribs, the hips, the spine, the skull, the jaw. And I'll throw, Jenny and I have already checked all that out. I'll throw pictures of that in here. And sorry, we can't blame it on Bigfoot. It's we found mountain lion evidence all around it. And I don't know, maybe it died of natural causes, and it's been a bobcat that's been scavenging off of it. I'll tell you right now, as big as that animal was, it's not a bobcat that killed it. It would have been a mountain lion if a predator actually killed it.
Or it died of natural causes.
Yeah.
Or it got stuck, it got left behind up here and stuck in the snow over the winter and died. Something.
And I do believe that there's a pack of wolves that live in these areas too, so.
All the scat around it though was the mountain lion.
Exactly. Like I think I've seen 4 or 5 different mountain lion scat piles.
Yeah, there was a lot of it, full of fur, and it wasn't full of. It was full of deer fur actually, or elk.
It's cold up here. It's only 50 degrees. 50 degrees at 9,500 feet. We're still finding a bunch of patches and snowbanks. Patches of snow and snowbanks. Ridge line over there is just white. And then there's also a snowbank at the end of it. Don't know what that has to do with anything, I just thought it looked cool. I mean, like, how do you get to it?
I guess it's you walk.
Yep, just go bushwhack right through the forest. Our first hike of the day, Jenny and I, Jenny heard a growl while we were out hiking, and once she got me paying attention to that direction, then heard a wood knock, then a whoop, and then scouting around the area some more, we found some bear tracks, like in a spot where it appears the bear may have bedded down, and they didn't look fresh to me. They looked like they were probably made the last time the ground was wet, the last time it rained, whenever that was. So probably within a week. So who knows if the growl that we heard was the bear tracks that we found. They weren't fresh. They didn't look fresh to me. On our left is Ashley Forest, and then on our right is do not trespass property.
Yep. We're not sure who owns it. It's just me.
They named it Indian Head. Wildlife management is what I read on one of the no trespassing signs. So, safe haven for wildlife. Yep, that's where all the animals are going to go when hunting season starts.
Stand on that side of the fence.
They know the places they're not getting pressure.
Well, that was weird.
Well,
Did you see that?
I didn't see anything. I've been watching the road.
Somebody painted that tree to look like it had eyes all over it.
Oh.
There's another one.
Where?
You just passed it.
All I see is the Forest Service has marked the tree for harvest. Excuse me. With all the fire problems we've had, I think they're coming up and identifying sick, dead or dying trees for people to harvest for firewood or whatnot. Yeah, it was a big fire last fall that got us diverted into Indian Canyon, that gave me that sighting, that has sparked my interest into coming into this area. So they're trying to get a handle on reducing the risks of wildfires around here. And these roads are great fire lines, so they're widening the footprint of the road to give a place to stop those fires. Yeah, I'm still like in denial what I saw last year. What I saw 9-10 months ago. You know, if I was close enough to see the face features, the fingers and all that, I may not be questioning what I saw. You know, I saw the head, the shoulders, the entire body, and both the separate bipedal legs squared off, looking at the people pulled over with the boats. And then, of course, I'm thinking, okay, once I dove out of the car, I'm thinking, okay, when I spot it again, is it going to be like a crazy stump tree thingy, and then there's nothing there where I was at. And of course, I want to try and blame a bear, but a bear don't have those big, broad shoulders. And the legs, in proportion to the body and everything, just seem so long compared to a bear. And a good-sized black bear in this part of Utah, a good-sized one on its hind legs, be about 6 feet tall. And
The biggest one.
yeah, and what I saw on the mountainside from a quarter mile away was bigger than the biggest guy that was in that group of boats. They're all standing outside their vehicles, you know, discussing the new game plan for the detour, obviously. And it was much bigger than the biggest guy. Wider.
Wow. There's a whole little forest of baby new aspens.
I love alpine forests that have the mix of quaking aspens and pine trees. Some of my favorite types of forests. So yeah, this road that we're on, the right side's off limits, the left side's okay for the public to hike and wander around on. So of course, Bigfoot's going to be on the right side. I'm sure just like the deer and the elk and all that, they sense and feel the pressure of people in an area, so. Beautiful squatchy area. Yeah, we got Manti La Salle to the south of here, where Jenny and I were Bigfooting in the fall, because a couple of Bigfoot sightings there. My uncle and his stepson claimed to have saw Bigfoot in the Manti La Salle forest also. My Uncle Dewis. I was asking him about his and my dad's Bigfoot sighting in the 80s in the Sawtooth Mountains. And he's telling me, well, you want to find Bigfoot, you need to go such and such place in the Manti La Salle, blah, 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 blah. Just, you know, me and my stepson camping back there saw one a couple of years ago, and I'm like, oh, you kidding? Wow. And I was like, well, Jenny and I were just there this fall following up on some Bigfoot sightings, so we have been checking out the area. So that's south of where we're at now. We got Sasquatch Canyon on the left side of us. Skinwalker Ranch is pretty much directly in front of us, and the Uinta Mountains. Uinta Mountains are on, you can see the peaks of the Uinta Mountains on the north side of Skinwalker Ranch, and as a matter of fact, people will go up onto those mountains and get vantage points. And some people will spend all night up there observing Skinwalker Ranch from that vantage point, watching for UFOs or whatever the paranormal activity they're looking for there. I mean, this Uinta Basin place is crazy. A lot of paranormal researchers, monster hunters, they come to the area. Jack Osborne was just here this last year for his, he's been here twice. He was here once for his show, what is it, Hell's Highway?
I think so, yeah.
And then he's got a new show called Portals to Hell.
Yeah.
And he's come out here for each one of his shows. He was at the mouth of this canyon doing his research, the mouth of Indian Canyon. He was there at a bed and breakfast that's aggressively haunted, and people that have stayed there and the owners of the place, they blame it on the Skinwalker activity, or that's one explanation that may be causing what's going on there. And Jack and his camera crew, they filmed a UFO.
Yeah, they filmed something weird.
Something weird up in the sky above there.
Something blinky.
Well, it wasn't blinking.
Yeah,
it was a steady light, and then it just said it wasn't moving, and then it went out.
It went on and off every 10 seconds.
Oh, that's right. And it wasn't moving. It was like hovering.
Yeah, until they shined the pointer light at it.
Yeah, they shined a laser at it.
And then it went away.
It went away and didn't come back. That's right. Jenny and I don't necessarily chase UFOs or into that phenomenon on this channel, but we'll mention it when people claim that kind of stuff is happening in a given area. And yeah, Jack mostly stayed outside with a couple of people and camera guys or whatever, and then his partner on the show, she stayed on the inside of the building most of the time, doing her research.
That was just for half of the episode. Yeah, but it was pretty interesting.
I know, it was funny. I was like, holy cow, they're where we're going.
Well, the owner of the place said that he saw...
Oh, whoops.
The owner of the place said he saw a Bigfoot, and that he tried to chase it down on his horse, and he couldn't chase it down on the horse. It was faster than the horse.
Didn't he get footage of it? That wasn't a recreation that they showed on there. I think they showed the footage, but yeah, he says, yeah, it was funny how he mentioned it. He says, yeah, I saw a guy in a fur coat from head to toe, and I don't know, maybe it's that Sasquatch, but he said the really odd thing is it seemed bigger than a person, covered from hair head to toe, and he couldn't catch up with it on his horse. That was out behind his property.
Yeah. That's only 15 miles from our property.
Yeah, I guess we have to chalk that up as a Bigfoot sighting too, and I don't think that was a recreation. I think they were showing his actual footage on that show.
A picture?
Yeah.
It was a picture.
Was it a picture? Or?
It was only a picture.
Oh, it was a picture, okay.
And I don't know.
I don't know. So that's a Bigfoot sighting at the mouth of this canyon.
He said for all intents and purposes, it was a man in a fursuit.
Mm-hmm.
He says, if you want to call it a Sasquatch or a Skinwalker or a wolf man or a dog man, that's what he called it. He says, I don't know what it was, but it was moving fast.
And just like me with my sighting 10 months ago, I don't know what it was. It looked like a Bigfoot to me, but I wasn't close enough to make out face features. So, I don't know, maybe it was a bigger than usual man across that gorge in a fursuit head to toe. I don't know. It's really bothered me since it's happened. Because I've done this seriously for over 10 years, 12 years now. That I consider myself seriously searching. And that's the best open sighting I've had. And I've been having a hard time wrapping my head around it and just saying it's a Bigfoot. Looked like one, but I'm too far away to rule out mistaken identity. It could have been a person in a fursuit over there messing with everybody, diverted because of the fire. And Jenny and I are not willing to hike down that steep gorge and hike up that steep mountainside to where it happened. Plus, it happened 10 months ago, so like there would be anything evidence left over the winter. No. And we couldn't do it at the time
because it was almost dark.
It was almost dark, and we had to be to work the next day, and we were coming home from a week-long Bigfoot expedition anyway, and we're looking down into that gorge that we probably would have to slide down our butts to safely get down that thing. It was so steep.
We didn't have any equipment to get down it.
Yeah, down to the creek, cross the creek, and then climb that steep mountain up the other way. Yeah, the wrong timing.
Plus, we would have had to leave our car on the side of the freeway with a bunch of detour traffic. Yeah,
that road, that Indian Canyon doesn't really get that much traffic, in my opinion. But because they detoured the Highway 6 onto there, it was just bumper to bumper traffic.
Oh, and Highway 6 is supposed to be haunted as well. It is the most dangerous freeway in the whole United States.
Yeah, it's at the top of that list, they say, yes.
Yeah, and it is dangerous. It has lots of paranormal activity on it. They have sightings of UFOs, creatures, and orbs, lights, whatever have you. Everything that you can think of. They've actually done documentaries just about that for that highway.
Yes, I've seen a couple of those documentaries. And I've also saw the documentary about this Indian Canyon where people have seen the orbs that follow their car or fly above their car, and some people trying to run from them, scared, have gone off the road. They admitted that they've gone off the road. I wish I could remember the names in some of those documentaries. The only one I can remember the name of is the most recent one that we watched, is Jack Osborne's Portals to Hell. And I'm really not into the paranormal side of Bigfoot. I'm not gonna ditz anybody that is, because nobody's laid a Bigfoot body, alive or dead, out in front of science. So I'm not gonna ditz on anybody, but I just personally don't believe in the paranormal side of things. I think it's a flesh and blood. Creature. Because it leaves footprints, it makes vocalizations. I think it's just a rare, intelligent animal, or I should say mammal. Saw a few deer today. Saw a big old doe up on the top before we started this roundtable drive. Dirt Road Roundtable Drive. Brought to you by RMSO. Have we passed the spot where we heard the growl and
yes,
when we were hiking? We've already passed that?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost back to the road.
That car was there when we come up way earlier today. They must be on a big time hike. Cool. Love to see people out hiking and stuff. Make sure you take your camera so you can get a video of Sasquatch if you see one, please. I'd really like to get that video, but it excites me when anybody does, because they're so rare, a good one. Alright, we're down to the main road. This is the road I was on to the right, about less than a half a mile, that I had what may be my sighting. It sure looked like a Bigfoot to me for the 10 seconds I saw it. And then when I come back to verify with my camera in hand, it was gone. So I hope you guys enjoyed. this round table drive. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.